The year was 2017. Two young and innocent kids took to YouTube to talk about something that really gave them the creeps.
So Lyndsey, have you heard of a guy named Garth Brooks?
Sex. That's the greatest thing about being a musician. Oh, hashtag.
Little did they know that they were not alone in experiencing these feelings. I guess you could say they started a revolution, and over the next couple of years, a few other, more popular people began to take notice.
I like that.
All right, you know what?
You do?
I like that.
I like that.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's almost like a dating video.
Yeah,
It's like
why?
it's like I like
That's
that.
so weird.
Ask Garth. Ask me anything, okay? Hashtag happy. Hashtag Garth. Hashtag Mr. Yearwood. Oh, hashtag you're it.
You're it?
Instagram.
For what?
Stop this, Jamie.
What?
Listen to me.
Jamie.
He does that. Gotta stop this.
He does that
right
thing.
now.
But despite the best efforts of the internet and a handful of restraining orders later, the G-Man has emerged relatively unscathed. Maybe it's time we turn our attention toward another man. Could it be another villain? Or perhaps a hero? We'll leave that for you to decide. Hey, Lyndsey.
Yeah.
Did you hear about all this Garth Brooks exposure? Everybody's talking about him and how crazy he is, just like we did 2 years ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We better make a new video.
Okay, I think I have something.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, well, it's been a couple years, but we're back, I guess. So today we're gonna look at something that was shown to us by Isaac Hammonds, and it's the phenomenon, or the video, that's sweeping the world right now. Actually, no, it's not at all. How do we intro this video necessarily? Do we even do it, or do we just roll it?
Maybe you've seen the show. What's the show called? Shark Tank?
The show is called Shark Tank, that this
Yeah.
is kind of like, except this show isn't Shark Tank.
Oh my. Okay.
No, but it was like the what do you call it? Like the forefather of Shark Tank.
Okay.
So without a doubt, one of the strangest things we've seen in quite a while, but let's just watch it.
But nobody has given up more than Marc Griffin.
I quit my job and sold all my possessions that I could sell and found myself in food pantries and sleeping in a car. It's not about the money. It's about my game is going to be an Olympic sport. It's just that good.
And how are y'all doing today?
How you doing?
Good. How are
All
you
right.
today?
I'm excited. This is my dream come true.
Do you notice that he's wearing like military uniform?
Yeah.
I always thought that looked kind of like soldier garb from
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He looks like one of the
He does look like
paratroopers.
one of the Russians.
My name is Marc Griffin, and I'm the inventor of Bullet Ball and Bullet Ball Extreme. Bullet Ball is a high-caliber table game designed for the 21st century lifestyle. Just like other sports with international appeal, such as basketball, soccer, and ping pong, it is our vision that one day bullet ball will become an Olympic sport.
Please explain how the game works.
Do you want somebody else to play against you?
Absolutely.
I'll play. I love games.
Now, I want to point something out real quick. This guy here, the Hawaiian shirt inventor guy, apparently he loves games.
I love games.
Love games.
Okay, the object of the game is to get the ball past your opponent.
Okay.
By utilizing your forearms and or hands.
Okay.
Okay. My point. Okay. My point.
They turn on like this Top Gun music.
Yeah,
Like we're going into battle.
The musical change.
Welcome
It's like one of those.
to the danger zone.
Because of the era, it's kind of, I'm guessing, I have no idea, but like early 2000s. It's like that when you see like a Disney Channel movie and it's like all the kids put on their rollerblades and they skate.
My point.
Using your forearms and or hands.
And or hands. Why can't you just say using your arms?
Well, because some people might not have hands.
Then you can use your forearms.
And or hands.
Okay, so that's a good point.
My point. My point.
Okay, I get it.
That's bullet ball.
They say like if you're on a date and you're playing
Oh my
a game,
God.
like let your date win.
I didn't even think of that.
Let your date win. Like if you take this is kind of like old school. If you take your gal out to the roller rink and you're playing air hockey, let her win.
But you didn't do that.
We never went to a roller rink.
We played basketball.
And I stomped you.
Yeah, you did.
So maybe this is a good strategy. But anyway, my point is
Marc doesn't do it
Marc
either.
needs to let this guy like have fun and experience it. He's just like slamming the thing saying,
My point.
you should have let this guy win. At least you shouldn't have just dominated him straight off the bat.
I mean, you killed him.
And you're like that little kid.
Yeah, he was a kid about it. That's the thing.
When you're at a family gathering and your little cousin is playing and your cousin doesn't have social skills or he's just a little kid and he's playing something and he's like, I win, my point, you can't do that, blah 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 blah. That's what Marc looks like to this guy now.
How much have you invested in this?
I had this vision 26 years ago.
What happened when you got this vision? What were you doing?
My ex-wife and I, we were sitting there drinking wine, having conversation, rolling the cat's ball back and forth across the table. The ball became faster and faster. And we said, well, wait a minute, if we're going to play this game, we need some rules.
Marc, 26 years is a really long time.
Yes, it is.
Tell me what you have put into this game over those years. Where are you now?
I quit my job. I decided that, 80% of inventors take their invention to the grave with them. And I decided that that was not going to happen to me. I've sold all my stuff, traded my Saab in for a 92 Volvo station wagon with 300,000 miles, sold my wife's wedding ring, loaded everything up into what I could get in that station wagon and drove to Chicago.
If you sold everything, what do you have now?
I have bullet ball.
Imagine living your life 30 years, you have nothing to show for it besides just slapping a ball saying my point.
Using your forearms and or your hands.
Your hands.
I don't even have a home to go back to. We're staying in my car.
Marc, what would happen if we say no?
You don't understand. All my life, I felt like I needed to do something, take the risk, and do something for myself. This ideal is mine. This is my dream come true. It will happen. It was destined to be. And we're going to make it happen one way or the other, and that I guarantee, yes.
My personal thing from me to you is you can lose everything, but whatever you do, please don't lose your mind, because you're not going to make it with this.
Oh, absolutely. I totally disagree.
It's not going to happen.
It will
happen. It won't happen.
I'm telling you, it will happen.
Go get your life back. Go get a job.
I have my invention, and I'm telling you, bullet ball is going to be a success.
I think it's a dream, and I hope it becomes reality, but I don't think it will. I'm going to say no.
I'm a game inventor. I've invented games. I've sold games. I mean, I'm seriously looking at the gameplay here, and I'm a game inventor. It's nice. I've invented games. I've sold games. I played it.
You don't understand.
I love games.
I'm afraid that you're reliving a great moment in your life, and you're trying to relive it, and I hope it doesn't destroy you. I'm really worried about that. But I'm gonna have to say no. I'm sorry. Marc, please, think about this.
You told us that you've given 26 years of your life to this game. I think that's more of a life than a man can give to a dream. Please get your life back. I have to say no.
No from all four? This is, you don't understand.
I don't know what I'm gonna go back to, but 100 years from now, I'll be smiling up in heaven saying, I knew one day it would happen.
Well, here's the thing. You get national exposure, you become like a William Hung, you become like all those American Idol people who are terrible. They're not skilled at all, but
But America loves them.
America loves them and accepts them. This didn't happen with Marc. So he began to rethink his product, which I think is really key here. He began to say, okay, people who can't stand at a table and say, my point, who else can play this thing?
Yeah.
And he began to just kind of rework his idea, maybe try and find a new demographic. And I think you're gonna like what he did. Let's check it out.
Eric Moore says, quote, as a former Navy jet mechanic, I have traveled all over the world and have never seen anything like bullet ball. It's a type of game that takes 5 minutes to learn and a lifetime to master. I love the fact that I can compete with able-bodied players on a level playing field.
So, in a nutshell, what he did is he went and found people who are either in nursing homes or people who are in wheelchairs and said, hey, as long as they have good working hands and or forearms and or hands, they can play this game.
So it's super smart. Like, what is that? Occupational therapy? Like to help people get their motor skills back?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
If you've just had a surgery or something,
Yeah.
and maybe on your shoulder, it can help you rehab or whatever.
I honestly think if he redid the pitch now with the right target market and the right vision, you can do anything.
That's true.
And you bring in a nurse, and the nurse is like, we've been playing this game in our therapy rooms, and it's helping, restore motor skills. It's giving people an opportunity to have fun when they can't have fun.
And hey, why not throw some dollar bills on that table and place some bets too?
Yeah.
It stimulates the nursing home economy, which we all know is stagnant.
That's the end of the pitch.
Bet on bullet ball.
Why don't you bet on bullet ball?
Why don't you try your hand and or forearm
At the ball. Wait, what's it called? Tabletop game?
A high caliber table game designed for the 21st century lifestyle.
What did you think the 21st century would be like? You did not foresee like the iPod or cell phones or the internet or anything taking hold? You thought we'd be flapping our dorsal fins playing this thing?
I'm looking right now. What if there's a bullet ball app?
It's called air hockey. And it's at every smelly roller rink and bowling alley that there ever was. You don't need to look it up, it already exists. That was the high caliber. It has air that shoots out of these tiny little holes.
And you know what? That's kind of 21st century. That's like inventive.
I just got mad over nothing.
I know. Let's watch the rest of this.
Check out this guy in the background on the scooter. That guy is flying.
He is zipping through wherever they're at. The Senior Olympics.
Anyway, that has nothing to do with anything.
Rascal Scooter coming through.
Oh, there he is!
He like slows down to watch bullet ball, and then he like zips past. Marc Griffin, the bullet ball guy. Hi, all. I am alive and doing well, thanks. Thinking about hosting a bullet ball convention. Will you come?
Holy!
71 replies!
830 thumbs up.
Oh,
Oh no!
The internet is so freaking cruel.
Hello world, Kevin Garrett here from the St. Louis Rams, and I'm here to endorse this wonderful new sport called
Bullet Ball and Bullet Ball Extreme. Hi, I'm Marc Griffin, president of Bullet Ball Enterprise. Bullet Ball is
an all-inclusive game that makes everybody feel like a winner. It's a table game with rules that mimic ping pong. Fox 2's Benita Cornut shows us what's behind Bullet Ball.
It's gender neutral, age neutral, can be played indoors or outdoors. It is our vision that Bullet Ball will evolve into an Olympic sport. But until then, I hope that you enjoy playing Bullet Ball as much as I've enjoyed inventing it. Now that's a bullet ball.
If I ever spend that much time in my life dedicated to something that's just going nowhere, divorce me. Okay, so in closing, we have a couple things we'd like to say. So if you guys have a video that you want us to diagnose, or if you have an internet theory, an internet rabbit hole that you're too scared to dive deep into, we will dive deep into that hole for you. And so send us your stuff, send us a link. Secondly, we have come into possession of Marc Griffin's contact info. Let us know if you want us to reach out to him. Maybe we can do an interview with him on the podcast or on the here on this YouTube channel. You guys can submit questions for us. We'll take this as far as you guys want us to, mainly because we're just so bored. I think this is a success story.
I do too.
We'll just cheers to this. This is the Bullet Ball song.
My game. This is my table. Bring it on.
I'm gonna beat you down. Bring on a competition. Let's go.
Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball. Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball. Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball. Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball.
There's a new sport game here, can't you see? Bullet ball, the game, and bullet ball extreme. A mixed breed between ping pong and their hockey, and that's what?
And that's a bullet ball.
It's got a style and class that can't be matched. If you learn the game, you learn to catch. It's easy to play, simple to do. A sport game that's created down here in the loop. Equal but separate in the style of play. You lose tomorrow, but you win today. Age, gender, large or small, does not dictate the win it all. The speed and accuracy in your shots creates all the points that win a lot. Offense and defense played all in one in all to score the point. There's rules and regulations that govern the game to either score the winning point or just to score the same. Bullet ball, a 21st century sport that's played on a unique design tabletop court. Where sideways debate the ball all around and trying to get the ball off the table on the ground. The physically challenged can play it too, being able to compete against me and you. So don't be shy, give it a try. Bullet ball in extreme, they'll catch your eye. And that's what?
And that's a bullet ball.
And that's what?
Bullet ball.
Bullet ball.
That's a bullet ball.
That's a bullet ball.